I don't think he's quite got that final third finesse though of a City Liverpool.
No, for City and
Liverpool.
Do
you know, like when City and Liverpool, they're camped on the edge of their own box, and you need tiny details of touch shot. I think he'd be better in transitions and winning the ball high up. He's good at that.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think he'd be a great wing back for that reason.
Yes, people, what's going on? Uncensored is back. I'm Adam McKola, that's Joe Smith, and Billy the Goat is back in the house, back by popular demand.
I'm back.
Good to see you.
Nice to be back.
Yeah.
Well, we're in blue today as well.
Yeah.
It's a good sign.
It's bad form, innit?
We're not going to be blue though emotionally. We're going to be happy, aren't we?
I don't know if I'm on the ropes, Billy, man.
Why?
I need you to save me.
Say no more.
I can't do this anymore. I think I'm done with it all.
Well, United?
Yeah.
But I've been done though.
Oh, you're going to push me off the edge, innit?
No,
you're supposed to help me back off the edge.
Yeah.
He's going to...
I think you'll offer some perspective.
Yeah, it's calm. Head to help.
That will let Adam see that it's not time to give up.
My head is so gone.
Yeah.
I feel like have you seen Casemiro putting his jacket on upside down? That's how I feel every minute of every day. Put that video on, please.
Play the video of Casemiro putting his jacket up.
It's that one. Have you seen this?
Yeah, it's so good.
Watch this, Billy.
Casemiro.
This is after he gets subbed, yeah?
This is elite
Fuming.
level. Okay, he's
Fuming.
subbed off. I remember when he got subbed off.
He's probably annoyed at himself a little bit for being.
Like he's looking left and right. He's looking for you to blame. Looking right.
Shouting at someone there.
A little bit of verbal.
Ball
okay,
down.
slam the bottle. That's a classic move right there.
My favourite is when the bottle's
and now here's where it all goes wrong.
My days.
His head's so cooked.
Then he just left it like that.
His arms are at the bottom of the...
Wow.
Hood on the buttock.
I don't think he knows. He doesn't know, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Doesn't even know, does he? Rob, he kind of made it work. That might be a new look, you know.
He actually kind of made it work
a little bit.
And it kind of went like a cape down at the back. The
head's gone. That's me.
Yeah, I think he went home with a jacket like that. I don't think he knew at any moment that I don't think he clocked at any moment still. I don't think anyone wanted to tell him either because he was angry.
No one dares tell him when he's in that kind of mood.
You know what I can't get though? There's this talk about... I think he's been good this season, Casemiro.
Yeah.
And he's a solid professional, keeps his head down, works hard. Came back looking really fit this summer. But the talk about renewing his contract's wild.
It's not making no sense. How old is he now? 36?
No, he's only 33.
Only?
I say only. I think, let me double check that.
I long for the days when I was 33.
Those were the days.
And to be fair, that position, like, they usually do age well, don't it? Like the CDMs, like I feel like they do kind of play into the later years, but I don't know, like renewing his contract don't make no sense to me personally.
I think unless he's on like way less money.
Yeah.
Go from 350 or whatever he's on to like 150.
Well, that's the talk. They're not going to trigger the extension he's got.
Yeah, they can't do
Although, if it came down to keeping... Because he's going to be... Like, Bruno's giving sounds like he's going to leave, right? Mm. You've got who's crap. So if we got... Let's say Bruno left. I'd rather get rid of Ugarte than Casemiro.
Mm.
You hate Ugarte, innit?
I don't hate him.
You actually do hate him.
I don't rate him as a player. I think he's crap.
Nah, I don't think it's crap, but would I rather get rid of a guy? I don't know about Casemiro on his last legs though, man.
Casemiro offers so much more.
No, he does.
So much more.
On his day, he does, but then again, he's on his last legs though, so it's like...
But he's been good this season, Casemiro.
Nah, he has, definitely. But that's what I'm saying though, I just feel like... I don't know if I trust him anymore though, man. I feel like he can just come back next season and just be shit.
You got trust issues.
Yeah.
What we actually need is a world-class defensive innit? Not someone where
potentially world-class.
Oh, yeah, someone that could go on to be like... I don't know if you'd say he's world class, but Declan Rice isn't a flop even at 100 million.
He's not a DM anymore, is he?
No, not necessarily.
But he's like a hybrid, isn't it?
But he's kind of a defensive number 8 then, if you kind of draw the lines. But like you need someone that isn't just all right for now or not bad considering. You need someone that's like, he's one of the best that's ever done it in that position. Like 100%. When you look at the actual successful teams and the successful United teams, they're full of like top players, not just we're finding excuses for him. So if Casemiro does stay, he needs to be off the bench in the Europa, in the Champions League games that we've qualified already, or whatever, a squad player. But the standard and the aim needs to be like Michael Carrick's and Roy Keane's and fucking Paul Scholes', not he's all right for now or whatever. So yeah, I think either. The problem is Mainoo could go on to be that because he's young and he's got potential, so that's, you want to keep him. Ugarte isn't going to go on to be that. He's too old to ever be a top player. Casemiro has been, but sort of has been.
Time's gone.
We need massively new midfielders. So I'd even go for that. I mean, we're going to talk about who we would get in January, potential like that they might actually be available.
But while we're on this topic though, I'm not saying January. You know how the talk is Baleba, Wharton, Anderson.
Yeah.
Who are you boys saying?
Baleba. But not based off this season though. Yeah. To be honest, not based off this season,
but
overall.
Price down at least.
Yeah, which helps because I know we're tight for budget right now, innit? So I probably said Baleba to be honest. Then I heard
Wharton's gonna cost 100 mil minimum.
I think
it's mad that we're coming to that.
Yeah.
Like Carrick was 16 million.
100 million is just like kind of normal now, isn't it? 100 million kind of is the new 16 million, isn't it?
we're like the only team in the top 4 that has never spent 100 million. Like,
sounds wrong, doesn't
they
it?
say top 4. No, we're not top 4, but like City have on Grealish, Liverpool have 3 times in the
current
last
player,
2 years.
Oh,
No,
on
ever,
any player?
ever. Chelsea
Our highest
have
was Pogba.
a couple times.
Oh, yeah.
Arsenal have. We never have. We're still 10 million short. So we will enter that bracket eventually, but they're trying not to do that.
We wasted a lot,
aren't
like 80 million on Anthony, 80 million on Maguire. Big money.
they? Yeah, 75 on Sancho, 70 on
75 on
Højlund.
Sancho, the fat bastard.
So
I hate that guy.
it's not that we're not willing to
I
spend
love
money.
Sancho.
Talking about hate, you what?
I love Sancho, not as a player though.
As a guy.
Just
I just rate him, innit? He's stealing the living.
Is he living?
He's stealing the living. Nah, stealing the living. He's finessed the whole system.
He's finessed
He's a
the
bum,
lot, isn't he?
Man's got a tattoo
Little baby.
of an escort that he paid for.
Her. I thought he was gonna say the title of Little Baby, but yeah, nah, that tattoo I need to go
He's
immediately.
got a
innit?
tattoo
Yeah.
of little baby.
No, I thought that's what he was gonna say, innit?
But has he?
No. I just wouldn't put it past him.
So why would you think I said that?
Because he didn't even say. Did you say little?
No.
No.
Nah, you said Sancho has a tattoo and you paused in it, so I just thought, who would Sancho get a tattoo of? I just thought Little
That's
Baby.
that Sweet Tea's name behind
Yeah,
his ear.
Sweetie, innit? Flipping out.
Would you tattoo her name?
He might as well just scribble out the A, so it's just Sweetie, and that can be anyone.
But he hasn't
Yeah.
got that name. He's got like a middle name or something.
Oh my god.
Shall I bring up the Sancho tattoo?
Yeah, we'll get that
fat
up.
Bastard.
Tough situation is in there, isn't it?
I'm gonna go down Villa Park on Sunday and wait for him outside. Call him a fatty.
There you go, that top one there.
Look at this.
Sancho got
Alright.
Sweet as middle
Behind
Quaver.
Oh, he's
But
gone.
then again, that name's quite ambiguous, so that could like you could lie and say it
Quavers.
means something. Yeah, you can lie and say it means something in a different language.
But
Wow, on his
doesn't-
air as well. You can't
doesn't
even
he,
hide
like,
that.
Not he
My
doesn't.
fucking
He
name
doesn't
on
like
you
go
so
out with
I
her or
know
anything though,
it's
does
you.
he? Like he's not like. If they had a kid together or something, you could say, "Oh, I get it. It might be a bit soon," but aren't they just like
You're just paying.
little?
And she just
ca-
provides
yeah.
the
But that's what I mean.
the
Like,
service.
Yeah.
Like imagine you paying for a service and then tattooing the person's name on
yeah,
it.
Toys R Us. Just there, like.
Tesco meal deal. It's the same shit, bro.
That's crazy, isn't it? Like he's not even together with her. Anyway, we don't need to worry about Sancho. But at some point, United are going to enter that 100 million bracket.
100%.
You would go Belay, but not the 100
I think we
million,
can
but
get
you think
Baleba
he's
for
best
around Anthony money.
75, 80. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, sounds about right. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like that position is
Still
probably
a lot of money.
I feel that's probably the most important position on the pitch, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think especially in this day and age.
I think you still need a Wharton or an Anderson next to him. Because
think so?
Anderson's numbers are brilliant. He's a really controlling player. He gets loads of the ball, but he takes risks on it. He's not like a 95% pass completion, just get it, give it guy. He makes 100 passes a game, and it's like 75% pass accuracy, 80%. So he's taking chances because he's always playing the ball forward. And I think next to him you could do with someone that is just more of an anchor.
But if we get Baleba and Anderson, what does that mean for Mainoo?
Well, exactly.
I don't think we get both.
No, well, I'm
Impossible.
not saying we definitely. I don't think
We'd
we
get
will
like
get both.
one and
But
maybe.
we need someone to do both of those
like,
roles.
who was it we were linked
So
with
what, as
the
a double
other day?
pivot you're saying?
If we keep playing the way we are. But to be fair though, all systems, or not all systems, loads of systems have a double pivot. Most people playing 4-2-3-1, you have 2 deeper and 1 more attacking.
Yeah.
We did that under Ten Hag. It wasn't a 5 at the back. So you're always going to have 2 players that kind of need to cover a lot of ground.
So what do you think of Mainoo and Baleba as a double pivot?
I think that could work. I think, again though, it's a lot to put on Mainoo because he's gone from not playing to...
I'm just trying to manifest Mainoo.
Yeah, I'd
being
love
in the
it.
picture, innit?
And longer term, I think that can work.
How do you feel
But
about
I think
all this?
shorter term, we
About
need someone
Mainoo?
else.
I'll be honest, bro. Like I said last time I came here, it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking, 100%. But at the same time, I do feel like when you sign a manager, you kind of have to back the manager blindly. Like especially like me personally, I don't really rate Amorim. I'm not a fan of Amorim, yeah. But like from an in-your standpoint, as you brought him in, like on like a long-term thing. So you have to, even when he does things that might not make sense on the eye, you just have to back him in it, because at the end of the day, like the manager, there's too many times in the past where like we've chose the player over the manager. You know what I mean? And I feel like now we just kind of have to back the manager. I'm not backing him, but as a club, they should back him in it.
Because there's different things in there. One is what you would do, and one is what the organisation itself should do.
Exactly. Like me personally, as a fan, I'd rather see Amorim go than Mainoo, innit? Me personally.
Same.
But like from like if I was in yours, like yo, we have to prioritize what Amorim wants.
But then there's been talk of over the last week or so. There's been talk of Wilcox having an influence on us potentially changing shape. Of the board saying we're not selling Kobbie Mainoo because we know he has to be in the team or he will be in the team. So there's already signs that they're pushing back on what the manager's doing.
Yeah, but
like,
then
or they don't agree with what he's doing.
Then why bring him in though?
It's true.
Why bring him in? And that's
I mean,
Mainoo.
Hopefully they're hoping that with a bit of flexibility and more signings, we'll get there. And even if the manager leaves, if you've brought in, let's say, Wharton, Belaber, one or two of those three we mentioned, Wharton, Belaber, Anderson, you bring in a new centre-back, you bring in another sort of top-class full-back.
You know, we won the lottery.
Well, this is what to expect. But that's what we did in the front areas, isn't it? We got Sesko, one of the most promising youngsters, and Burmo was one of the top scoring players in the league last season, and Cunha was similar. We did that.
I think AFCON's come at a good time for him because his performances haven't been that good in the last couple of weeks, innit?
Yeah.
Since Brighton, is that fair?
I thought he was good.
He's okay against Wolves.
But he always has glimpses, doesn't it?
Palace. Say again?
So he always has glimpses. Even when he's having a bad game, he still have a few moments here.
He has chances, yeah. Should have scored against.
Should have scored twice.
The pass from Cunha was immense.
Yeah, unreal. The one at the back post, where he just skies it over.
I can't believe we didn't win that game.
Bro, I was there, you know. I was in the director's box. I sat next to I was in the director's box.
You sat next to Fergie?
Fergie was like there.
No.
Maguire was there.
Why were you in the director's box? Who invited you?
Meeks Manny brought me there. And by the way, that's got nothing to do with what we're talking about. I just wanted to let everyone know that I was sat with him, like speaking, listening to Fergie. I could have shouted Fergie, he would have looked at me.
Did you?
I just wanted to let everyone know that. But let's go back to the episode.
That's impressive.
What are the seats like in the director's box? Because I had hospitality,
there's
right?
heated seats.
Who are you? You just living it up here, you two.
No, eFootball invited me to hospitality as well.
What's eFootball?
Pro Evo Soccer.
Oh yeah, nice.
Oh, Pez.
Yeah, Pez.
So why'd you say it like that?
Because that's what it's called now. It's called eFootball. Everyone's changed their names.
Damn. You know, I sat in heated seats.
I never had heated seats. Yeah, you had a heated seat.
Heated
seats. I didn't even know they existed.
Tom Heaton.
Have you ever sat in heated seats?
I got heated seat in my car, but not in Old Trafford.
Bro, can you turn it on and off, or are you just getting pumped no matter what?
No, I didn't have my jacket anyway, so I needed them on max anyway. But yeah, I sat in heated seats at Old Trafford.
Hold on, you didn't bring a jacket?
Nah, you know.
So who were you with?
Meeks Manny. Obviously, he's a rapper from Manchester. Yeah. He's the one that had the
How did he get direct? How are rappers getting in the directors?
Because directors isn't like a box. Directors is like
H was there
special help from the club.
Yeah.
Okay, H was there. Makes sense.
Fresh out the jungle.
H got invited by the club.
Where did he come in? I'm a celeb.
Fourth.
Was it?
Angry Ginger, wasn't it?
Was Angry Ginger there?
Nah, he wasn't there still. He's probably the Stretford end.
Yeah, living it up.
He can't do things like that anymore. Once you're the king of the jungle, you're real famous.
Deal, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're real like.
So you're absolutely living it up then, you two.
Yeah, no, it was. Well, it was a good game as well. It was a good game though.
No, it was a good game.
Yeah, if you're a neutral, it's a good game.
Yeah. But as a fan, it was annoying.
But if you had money on Casemiro getting booked, Ahmad scoring over 2.5 goals and Man United winning.
Yeah.
And then they concede that late goal.
Is that what you had?
Bro, 4-4.
At one point, my cash out was 1,300.
1,300?
Yeah.
What are you putting on? 50? 100? Yeah. This is the box life, isn't it? Absolute box life numbers. This.
No, I'm broke now.
Tell me about what
Fergie
Fergie was like at a distance. What was he doing? Was he eating? Was he chatting? Was he quiet? Did he look sad? Did he ever go, hot these seats?
Just like, you're just kind of just manoeuvring, just breathing, or trying to at least.
Trying to at least, yeah.
And then you were just having a few conversations. There's a lot of people whispering in the air, and he wasn't like replying to them. Like
really,
a lot of people talking to him. He wasn't talking back to them. He was just like listening.
He's just absorbing.
Yeah, but he's got like, I think he's probably got the most aura out of anyone I've ever walked past in my life.
That's
so
great.
did you get to go in the players' lounge?
Yeah, you know,
as well.
Yeah.
What, you get to see the players?
Yeah.
Do you know all the players?
What do you mean?
As in, like, have you got a relationship with any of the players, like outside of chatting about them?
I had a friend that played in the academy in like 2010.
Forgot his name?
Nah, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
But
Big
I don't
mate.
know. I don't know any United player. I don't know any United players though. Not personally, anyway.
Okay.
But who knows? They might know. Some of them might have seen me before.
I had a friend who played in the academy.
2010. Wait, how old are you?
I'm 22.
So in 2010 you were what? 7?
Yeah.
And you had a mate who played the academy then?
Yeah.
So he was presumably about 7 as well.
Is he still playing for United
Nah,
now?
he got dropped like when he was like 9, innit?
But he
was in the players' lounge.
Still he was in the players' lounge.
Yeah, didn't like, he probably still
Like-
got a jersey to this
That's
day.
the dream,
still.
innit?
lifetime access to that players' lounge.
But,
So back to Fergie, not to because I don't want to make this morbid, but was he walking freely by himself? Was he?
Nah. Obviously, it was a
Didn't
thing
he
where
look?
basically, yeah, like when Fergie like was walking to his seats, everyone had to stay where they were.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to say like,
Yes!
yeah,
Like Julius Caesar or
I
something.
had to like, for example, we had to the game. It was
Yeah,
an 8
yeah.
o'clock kickoff, innit?
Yeah.
So we had to be in our seats by 7:45 because everyone had to be sat down when Fergie's walking to his seat.
Does he get? He comes at the end. He comes last thing just at kickoff.
Yeah, final arrival just before kickoff.
Oh,
chewing,
so
chewing that same gum has been chewing
You
since
just stand up
'86. Nah. When he was walking away, like I was clapping, but no one else clapped. It was just me.
You got to play it cool though in those situations.
Nah, man, not Fergie. I'll be honest. Usually I play it cool. Usually I just try and act above this and that. But with Fergie, nah, I was
He's
shouting
like
his name.
football's dad, isn't he?
Football royalty.
Oh, well,
Literally.
no,
He's the
but
king
beyond
of
football, he's like in that top echelon of like all-time football people.
But I don't think there's anyone above him though.
I don't think there's no one above.
If we're
him.
talking
But
like
it's
aura.
that top echelon of like Maradona,
Like a
Pele,
mob
Cruyff,
boss.
Literally.
Fergie.
Vito Corleone.
Yeah,
He's the final
one
boss
of
of
the
football.
main characters of
Kiss the
football
ring.
history, isn't he? Busby, like you're in that.
I had media once. And you see how you were acting cool? I didn't act cool.
No.
I had media for like a Wayne Rooney's testimonial, some Munich game. You know the Man United Munich Champions League replay. When,
The Beckham one?
Yeah, one of those games anyway. And Fergie was sat there, and as I just went like that.
Yeah, I love that.
Yo.
I'm just.
And he went like that, didn't he? And you were immediately whisked off,
You carried away.
gone.
Goal. It's the goal,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Think about all the happiness he's brought into our life.
So much.
And now we got these like just
This Amorim
pushing
guy.
me to the
this-
edge.
I hate this Amorim guy, you know. What do you think about him?
He's losing me, man.
He's losing. He's not lost you.
He might have lost me. I don't know how.
Bro, he never had me in the first place. Never
Well,
had me.
you were never a fan.
What is there to be a fan of, bro? Like his first season was probably our worst season in ever.
Yeah.
So
To be fair, I didn't blame him
So at
for
what
a
point
lot
would
of
I have been a fan?
I didn't blame him for a lot of that.
I was a fan of Amorim when Sporting Lisbon beat City 4-1. That's when I was a fan of Amorim.
That was sort of the peak of him as our manager, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that's his best United moment as United manager.
Yeah. I'm not 100% convinced on the manager, to be honest. But I'm not. I don't think he should be sacked now. I would give him this season.
I'm not saying sack him.
No, I know
I'm not
you
saying
won't,
sack
but
him
That's
either.
just me. That's just where
I'm not even saying sack him either.
But I still hold hope that he could be good enough and that he could be the one in charge as we turn it around.
What's good enough though?
I think our goal scoring is a lot better. That's what I think. The way we build up is good. I think for portions of the first half against Bournemouth,
No, I agree.
They literally could not get out of their box,
Yeah.
and we destroyed them. And obviously, you end up losing, drawing 4-4. It's not like brilliant, well done.
Yeah.
But I think there are signs in that game that if we played like that for 60 minutes every week, we would win a lot more games than we didn't.
No, I agree
that's
that.
encouraging for me.
I agree. In the final third, we're very impressive. The way
Yeah.
we knock it about,
That's what I
like,
like.
we move with intent in the final third. I agree with that. I feel like the midfield is non-existent though.
Yeah.
Like there's always like whenever I watch the game, there's always a massive gap in the middle of the pitch. I think our defense, the fact we're playing 5 at the back and there's still so many holes in the back, don't make any sense. But like when you say he's a guy to turn it around, I'm saying like, what does turning it around look like? Because we're
Yeah.
talking winning Prems, Champions League.
I'm not saying I think he
trebles.
definitely is. I just haven't ruled out that he is. If you know what I mean.
Okay.
I think he still could be. I think I think challenging for league titles. Yeah. I
You think he could bring us there?
I think he could. I'm not.
Interesting.
Like I said, I'm not 100% convinced of it. And if the
I think he could.
yeah, I think he's of a talent where if you give him good players, I think he knows what he's doing to win a lot of games. I do think that.
Okay.
But I'm not saying it will.
Have
happen.
any of
I'm not saying
have any
sack
of the
him,
players we've got improved under him?
Yeah. Casemiro 100%.
Yeah.
Casemiro's almost like he's just back to where he like.
Yeah, I know, but
You know what I mean?
But then in that case, it's always going to be hard to be because like you could. I've argued with Jay about this, but I think giving Ahmad a chance and getting him to look very good, you could say, well, he would have done that, but Ten Hag never played him. But then he did. He had the vision to see that Ahmad was worth playing, played him, and he's one of our best players. Yeah, fair enough. I think De Ligt is better now. Not by loads, but I think we're seeing like when he played this season, I think he's been excellent.
I think De Ligt's been great.
I think
Luke.
What about Luke Shaw?
I don't like Luke. I think he's obviously been more available, which is good.
Yeah.
He's had one.
I think he played well against Bournemouth, don't you think?
He did what?
I think he done decent against Bournemouth though.
We conceded 4 goals.
That's a good point. I forgot.
It's hard though, isn't it?
That's a Premier League classic game though.
It is, yeah. It's right.
Like deep, a Premier League classic against Bournemouth. Do you know how embarrassing that is?
If we won 5-4, it would have been good.
Yeah.
But I had people going to me, because I've been quite fucking depressed with this whole Man United situation.
Yeah.
I had people going to me, oh, we lost the last 2 times against Bournemouth. You should be happy. Like,
that's what it's come to, though, isn't it?
No, let's not do that.
That's what it's come to.
I agree with that. That's mad. What have we made of the Mainoo stuff?
Well, we spoke
Mainoo,
about it
man.
already a little bit.
Yeah.
I agree with the free Casemiro thing. I don't agree with his brother wearing it.
Why though?
Because Casemiro has got a lot of. Did you hear the reception he got when he come on?
Yeah, I was part of that.
Casemino's got a lot. Casemino's got a lot of support amongst the Manchester United fan base. But if parts of the fan base start to think that he is becoming an issue,
yeah,
and most of the only reason you've got to think of that is because his brother wore this T-shirt at the game.
What's the issue though with his brother wearing a T-shirt?
Me or you could do that. That's fine. But when it's like when Garnacho's brother was running his mouth, we all took that as basically Garnacho is allowing this to happen. And if Casemino's brother, who's clearly an attention seeker, I mean, he's been on Love Island, that tells you all you need to know about his character.
He's a nice guy though.
He might be a nice guy, but he's an attention seeker. You only go on Love Island if you are. Like, he's then wearing his T-shirt and facing the crowd and freezing his bollocks off just to get the it doesn't reflect well upon Casemiro. And what Casemiro has done at Man United, even when Ruben Amorim has been overlooking him and unfairly in my eyes, he's kept his head down, he's grafted, he's not said anything, he's not kicked up a fuss. He's just kept his head down and he wants to play for Man United, so he's not going to rock the boat. But then you've got his brother doing this. And I think he loses a lot of goodwill if that starts to become a thing.
Should I be honest though? His brother didn't disrespect the club though. His brother hasn't like spoken out against the club or against the manager. If he'd done that, he's crossed the line in my opinion.
No, but then you start to go...
just showing support for your little brother. I don't see...
It's not just showing support. Wear his shirt with his name on the back. It's not just showing his support. It's... What does free Casemiro mean?
It means play him. It means play him, innit?
It means play him. But because he's so close to Casemiro, we could start to go... Does that mean he wants to be sold? Does that mean he wants to leave? Does that mean play?
It could mean all of the above, though.
It could be. But it's like, his brother shouldn't be making those statements, in my opinion. And especially not making such a display of it. And like, I tweeted the same thing a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So I agree with the sentiment.
But you're not in Cobby's camp, though, are you? You're not one of his people that could be one-to-one relaying his thoughts on the situation. Like you said.
He also could have done it without Casemino's approval. Like,
exactly. He might not even know. He might just back to back.
But it is, and also,
but it leaves that doubt.
And also for some people, it's quite funny and who cares, whatever. But then there's a large group of people that think, don't involve yourself in it becoming this political argument, public argument with the manager and the club. Because all you're going to do is turn some people away.
Also, the manager might have been thinking, I'll start him on Sunday. Yeah. And that might...
But then again, if you're the manager, that shouldn't impact anything, though.
No.
His brother wearing that T-shirt should not change anything.
If you believe, or you're led to believe the player had a part in that, which there's no evidence to suggest that. Yeah. And I assume maybe, for all we know, Casemino's gone in the next day and gone, that was nothing to do with me. Like, or, Amorim probably will, about it. But there's a doubt there. And have you seen the Andy Goldstein thing? First of all, bro, you're a grown man.
Yeah, so Andy Goldstein...
that's even fake. That's a fake version of the T-shirt. That's not the organic one.
Also, that's a fake notification.
Well, Kobe didn't actually like his story.
No, it doesn't say your name underneath your thing, does it? Like
that might be fake, innit? It might be AI.
That's defo fake, that.
But that T-shirt, you can tell by the way the T-shirt's fitted. That's not the same like manufacturer that produced
someone
Jordan's
just printed that in Sports.
Yeah, that's not real.
So has he shared that then?
I don't know where it's come from.
Because that image is doing the rounds of Andy Goldstein from TalkSport wearing a free Casemiro T-shirt or hood or jumper. I can't tell what it is. It looks like it's got long sleeve, but whatever. And then over the top is Cobby liked your story with a picture of that story. So a few options here. One is it's all fake, which in that case, fair enough. Andy Goldstein hasn't even done any of this.
No, I think Andy Goldstein
he's posted that. Okay.
I don't know who's posted the screenshot.
Okay.
But I'm saying the screenshot looks booky.
No, well,
I think if you put that through AI, God, this is.
But if he's
100%.
posted that, first, when someone likes your story, that's private.
I also don't think Kobe Mainoo follows Andy Goldstein.
Probably not. But if
That's
he
someone
did,
might
and
send
he
it to him,
does,
though.
and he's liked it, that's private. That's not even a public thing. So if you've screenshotted that and shared it, you're doing that knowing that
you're
what
trying to
you're
get him in
doing
trouble.
is trying to get him in trouble, which I think is bollocks from him. And if it's fake, if he's
It's not
manufactured
even on
it,
Andy Goldstein's story.
if he's manufactured
is
it,
it
then the whole thing is absolutely crazy. I
Yeah.
want to know
It's
how
not
that
on Andy
picture came
Goldstein's
about.
story.
But I do think we're gonna have to agree to disagree, though. I'm not against his brother doing that. Obviously, I hear the thing about him being in Mainoo's camp, innit? So it might reflect on Mainoo, and it's gonna look like he's almost like Mainoo speaking through his brother. And I do get that angle, but at the same time, I just feel like the era that we're in, I just don't feel like all that social media stuff should
Doesn't
really.
even follow Andy Goldstein.
Yeah, no, but someone could have sent it to him, though.
Yeah.
I feel like the era that we're in, I feel like we should stop letting all that social media stuff like impact what really matters, innit? At the end of the day, the problem at hand is Mainoo isn't playing enough, and it's affecting his career, innit?
But I would like it, because the thing is, my only issue is it's not even what I think or what we think, it's the perception of how people who want to criticise Mainoo can now very, very easily use this to do that. And I don't want that. Because one of the great things about Mainoo is, certainly publicly, he's only ever seemed like a model professional.
100%.
He wants to do extra work. He loves Man United. He's posted pictures of him as a kid being
We're
a Man
lucky
United
as well.
fan.
He only wants to go on loan.
He only wants to go on loan.
Well,
but all
lucky,
these
innit?
things, he's one of the great saving graces is that he isn't a sort of a knob, as we've seen with other players in the past. He's so easy to defend.
Sancho.
Yeah, he's so easy to defend because he's so likable. You don't want to chip away at that, because then the people who don't like him will have more and more reason to spread that to everyone else. I really like Kobe Mainoo. I think one of the manager's big mistakes is not playing him more often.
I just don't understand. I just don't understand it. It doesn't make any sense. I don't even see the tactical. I don't see anything. I don't see any reason why Mainoo's not in the picture. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Or at least play him more.
Yeah.
Or at least, let's try him in the, like, it's such a, I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. Like,
Who do you want to sign in January? Who do you think if we signed him, it could?
I only want to sign
guaranteed
someone that
Champions
we'd sign
League.
in the summer.
Yeah,
exactly.
but
Labour.
would you go with him?
Go up. You know this Semenyo thing? It doesn't.
I don't get in it. You don't get it. I don't get it either. It don't make no
Why are you
sense.
trying to sign Semenyo?
Because even when we signed like Cunha and Mbemo, even I was thinking like, right, what does this mean for Bruno? But then now we're making it work. It's like, why are we now gonna add someone else that can play them? Like, why are we gonna add someone else?
So then
in the
does
mix,
him
like?
and Ahmad become our wing backs?
I think that's the only way it makes
And where
sense.
does Dorgu, Delo?
But he is an obvious upgrade from Delo and Dorgu, though.
Yeah.
To be fair, but
And I think he's
But
got.
isn't he playing in the front three for Bournemouth?
Yeah. But most of your work as a wing back, or 50% of your work as a wing back, is
in final
transition and in final third, isn't it?
like he could definitely work as a left wing, but 100%.
I think he ends up
Yeah,
at
he could.
City or Liverpool or something.
Probably. I
I
could
think
see him at
Tottenham are
Liverpool.
interested as well, though.
I don't think he's
Tottenham?
quite got that
Yeah.
final third finesse though of a
Don't
City
think
Liverpool.
so? For City and
do you know,
Liverpool,
like
you
when City and Liverpool, they're camped on the edge of their own box, and you need tiny details of touch shot. I think he'd be better in transitions and winning the ball high up. He's good at that.
Yeah, I get you.
But I think he'd be a great wing back for that reason, carrying the ball, getting in the box at the back post, receiving the ball on the edge of the 18, cutting inside, smacking it. I think he'd be really good.
Of course, I wouldn't say no to it, but it's not a priority, though.
Yeah.
It's just not a priority.
So who would you sign? Who do you think if we get them this January, that could be Champions League?
Obviously, I've already said Belabor, but I do think in that position, a good option as well would be Gomez, isn't it? I think Gomez will be a good option.
From Wolves?
Yeah, Gomez will be a good option because obviously he still kind of is in that like 6-8 hybrid. Like, you know, he can be like the furthest back, and he can also play in like a midfield three. So I think Gomez would be a good option, but if I had to pick anyone, I'd say Belabor. But then again, this season, I feel like this season what kind of made the hype die down for Belabor, innit? A lot of United fans are kind of saying they don't want Belabor anymore because of the season.
The reason we wanted to sign him was based off a longer period than a couple of months, right?
Exactly.
It's like that shouldn't deter you.
And then again, he might be playing at this because he's just not happy at the club. Is that so?
And you're going to get him cheaper. There's talk that we could kind of ask Napoli and Barca to trigger their buys now, innit, for maybe a little cheaper rate. Raise some funds there, buy someone. I don't know. I don't think we sign anyone though.
Yeah, I agree.
I think we could.
For right reason, in that, again, like what I said before, don't sign someone unless you would sign him in the summer.
I think the only exception to that for me would be a backup striker.
I was gonna ask.
I could see Xerxes going and then getting in.
Well, apparently he wants to stay and fight, innit?
Yeah,
fight what?
we'll see.
Quite right.
Fight. What's he fighting for?
For United.
Yeah, but it's a losing battle though.
I think it might be a losing battle, unfortunately. If we got someone, I mean, we've got Welbeck on there as a name to mention. I don't think he'd leave Brighton right now.
Hell,
but I'd take him on a 6-monther.
back.
But he wouldn't go. There's no reason for him to leave other than we're Man United and he used to play for us. Like, he won't leave Brighton. I think if we could get someone in on a 12-month, like Ivan Toney on an 18-month piece.
If he's not locked up.
A little Mitrovic, someone like that.
Mitrovic?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'd take him as a backup over Xerxes.
Mitrovic?
Do you know what I mean? There's someone who's played in the Premier League, who's got double digits goals in the Premier League.
You're saying backup though, but Sesko's like not really starting anyway though.
Well, at the minute he's not because he's coming back from injury.
Yeah,
but all right then, Mitrovic comes in, impresses, and he starts the last 6 games of the season. I don't mind, but I think when Sesko drops out and Xerxes comes in, they're so different as players. Whether you're someone who rates Xerxes or not, he's nothing like Sesko. He doesn't have that athleticism and speed. He's not good in the air. He's not someone that sort of bullies his man very well at all. He's got nice little touches and flicks and stuff, but I think United could do with a striker that you know, Sesko
that's actually a striker.
Yeah, that's actually a striker.
Yeah, I agree. Still.
Whoever that may be.
That would be nice.
Yeah,
would be very nice.
We'll have to see. Do you think there is a person that could come in and get us Champions League football, even if you think we won't sign him, or do you think we're just too far off that?
No. I don't think
it's over.
I don't think we sign anyone. Of course, there's people that could improve the team, but I just don't think we sign.
But like, who do you think is realistic that could come in and put us in the top 4 straight away?
Nobody.
I don't
think anyone puts us in the top 4 straight away. It's like if you sign Balebo, you sign Anderson, or you sign Wharton. I know these are a bit unrealistic for January. You sign any of them, even Semenyo, it's like there's no guarantees that it works, and if it does, we've still got issues elsewhere. Let's say you bring in Semenyo, he could be a great success, and your midfield's still an issue, so you're still conceding goals.
Yeah.
Or you could sign a midfielder, but then, you know, his partner's not great, or I don't know.
Yeah, like if Semenyo,
we need the lit back. I think the lit would be. Getting the lit fit for the rest of the season because without him, our defence looks shocking.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Some of the defending against Bournemouth was just basic stuff, wasn't it? Like if you're a striker and you get the ball to your feet on the edge of the 18-yard box and you don't feel the centre-back on your back, that's a walk in the fucking park. No good. Yeah, walk in the park. Turn, shoot, bottom corners. There's a reason why we conceded basically 3 of the same goal.
4 goals against Bournemouth, flipping out. Yeah. But if Semenyo's the only person we signed in January, I'd be very confused.
Yeah, that would be very confusing. I like you said, Adam, I think you'll go say.
Feels like a waste of money at this point.
I think
because we've got issues I know you can address more than one issue at once.
Yeah.
But I don't think we're going to be going big in January. So if we did and we brought in just another attacking player.
Unless
it wouldn't make sense.
It would make sense if the club view it that if we don't sign this, we want him anyway. Ideally, we'd wait till the summer, but if we don't sign him now, we won't get him. That would maybe make sense then. Yeah. And again, you push the centre mid back another 6 months.
But it's just that centre mid needs to be the priority, man.
Yeah,
it has to be the priority.
Yeah, you're giving up on this season otherwise, aren't you? If you sign a wing back with
100%.
I'd quit game and without saving and exit at this point.
Need to respawn.
Just start the Ineos era again.
Yeah. Shit, innit?
Yeah. I wanted to end on a positive as well, but
it's Christmas.
But what positive is there? To be fair, we were singing a Cantona chant when I was there. That was like my highlight of the game.
That's nice.
5 Cantonas, 4 Cantonas, 3 Cantonas, 2 Cantonas, and
Eric Cantona.
Yeah, it's it.
But yeah, what? There's no positives.
We just ended it on a positive.
Oh yeah, my bad.
We just got there.
We got there in the end, yeah.
We got there.
We did get there in the
end.
happy.
We're happy, man. Merry Christmas.
You too, man.
Merry Christmas.
Man United fans everywhere.
Christmas Mubarak.
Christmas Mubarak, yeah. Bye.